Inside Georgia Basketball with head coach Mark Fox is brought to you by AT&T.
Minutes to go in the half. Parker in the corner, dribbles away from Hornsby into the paint, hangs in the air, and as he's coming down, he shoots it up and in. Good.
That was a nice move, Juwan. You know, Juwan's offensive game has really picked up here past couple of weeks.
Juwan Parker may have tweaked an ankle or a knee or something. He's hobbling around a little bit, but he's still in the ball game. And I think his Gaines going to come out with three. No, Parker's going to come out.
Well, we were playing at LSU. It was in January. I think it was like the second SEC game. And I went up to take a jump shot, and I felt something pop. Initially, I came down, and my leg started burning. And I was like, ooh, you know, maybe I pulled something or a muscle. So I tried to run it off. And after about 3 or 4 times back up the court, I guess the coaches noticed I was still limping. And once they subbed me out, I could just tell something was wrong. I didn't know what.
Juwan had a partial tear of his Achilles tendon, and as far as the treatments for it and the rehabs and like, you kind of treat it as a full-blown tear anyways.
It was just sad because, you know, you hate to hear that you have to go under the knife. I mean, that's the worst thing you can hear as an athlete. You need surgery, like you have to have it. So it was definitely just one of fear.
Juwan's injury was the first for me. I've never had anybody with an Achilles injury, so it was definitely an experience. And it was a lot of, to use the term, play it by ear, because it was what bothered him, what didn't bother him. And certain things bother him on some weeks, and certain things bother him on some days, and we just had to change and go with what worked.
It's a daily basis where we're doing some soft tissue work with him, constantly stretching, and just mobilization exercises that we do every day with him, because he doesn't get a day off. His days off, if he takes a day off, he's going to tighten up and feel like he's taking a step back.
So important is to work on his single leg strength and his single leg balance and his core stability to make sure that his ankle and his knee and his hips are all function properly, and keeping that ankle mobile, that knee stable, and that hip mobile to provide him the best results so he can come back and play efficiently and be effective again.
Lots of weights, lots of one-leg calf raises, two-leg calf raises. I probably have done 1 million calf raises in the last year and a half. But just lots of weightlifting, getting my core strong, working on things like my hamstrings, because I didn't know this prior, but all this stuff is connected. So you take care of one part of your body, it affects another part. So just learning a lot about my body.
It's hand in hand, myself and Matt, the trainer. I think it's so important. We're on the same page, and we talk every day and understand what the athlete's injury is and what the treatment plan is, and what they're doing in their rehab, so it doesn't affect what we're doing in the weight room, and vice versa.
We talk daily, and you have to have that kind of relationship with your strength coach to make sure everyone's on the same page. And Coach Fox has been great at kind of keeping us in the loop with each other and making sure that we're on top of everything.
Constant communication and being on the same page and understanding where they are every step of the way, and knowing when they're going to be fully released back into the weight room to integrate with the rest of the student athletes.
I probably annoy Matt the most out of anyone. I'm always in the training room, getting stretched.
You couldn't ask for a more positive person. Juwan's a great guy, great person to work with.
You can't you can't complain about Juwan's personality and what he brings. He's got great charisma. He's got a great spirit.
Definitely comes from my parents. I mean, they're two of the hardest working people I know. My siblings. And just my faith. I mean, you have to have hope, you have to be positive. I mean, nothing good happens when you have a negative mindset. So it's just about being positive, and everybody has to run their own race, so you have to be positive throughout it.
When you're hurt and you're out for a year, and you still show up every day to work out and are willing to do everything you can around your injury and understand, okay, I have 3 healthy limbs, what else can I do? And he's, cheering on the other guys and being positive. That's a great leader, and it's a great teammate.
The team's been great. I mean, they've never made me feel like I wasn't part of the team, even during the redshirt year or when I first got hurt. They always let me know, like, I'm part of the team, I'm a member, I'm a brother. And so coming back, nothing changed. I mean, we didn't miss a beat. So they've been awesome.
Juwan Parker back on the floor for the first time in, almost 2 full years, Chuck, as Parker missed all of last season with an injury with after the Achilles tear surgery, and he is back and ready to go at guard.
Coming up next on Inside Georgia Basketball.
Well, Kentucky has a great team, and this is a great place to play. But most importantly, they have a great team. Well, Kentucky has a great team, and this is a great place to play. But most importantly, they have a great team, and certainly, we'll have to play very well at both ends. But I think our team understands how we need to play. Now it's really the focus is executing. I think our guys understand, how to play with a crowd like we're going to face tomorrow, and we'll need, obviously, our upperclassmen to give us great leadership. But they've got a great team, and hopefully it'll be a great ball game.
An American, icon, essentially, and tonight will be his final broadcast. He also coached a game for Georgia, little known fact. He coached a spring football game and went unscored upon. So we got the game program. So he's the only undefeated Bulldog coach in history. And so we have the game program to congratulate him. So when you got wears out, we got a new hat for you there too. So there you go. Oh yes! Oh yes! Oh yes! Oh yes! Oh yes!
Well, when you come to Kentucky, there's not a whole lot of question marks usually, Chuck. You kind of know what you're going to get, right?
Well, yeah, I was listening to you talking about we hadn't won here at Rupp Arena since 2000. Yeah, Rupp Arena's a hard place to win, and there's a reason. It's where Kentucky plays. So I mean, they're a quality basketball team, and Georgia's got its work cut out.
Number 8 in the country, the Dogs coming in at 13-8, 4-4 in the league. The Cats share of first place in the Southeastern Conference at 7-1, and they are 17-4 overall. The toss and the tip controlled by the Cats, and we are finally underway. Lay it up, and the Dogs with a block, give it to Maton for a 3 straight away. Good, and that's how this game starts, with a Yante Maton 3, and the Dogs with a 3-0 lead. Sideline, back to Yante. Fires across to Ogbede. Power dribble to the basket. Layup, good! And a timeout, Kentucky. It's 9-0 Georgia. Wow, what a start by the Bulldogs. On the clock, first half. Harris for 3. Straight away, it's good! Right behind a screen from Edwards. They didn't guard and left him alone.
He was like, okay, you're going to leave me alone, I'll take this.
Dribble, bounces it into Edwards. He fakes into the paint, to the basket, and lays it up and in. Look at that. Wow. Mike Edwards with some nifty footwork.
towards the rim as the horn sounds to end the first half, and we go into the locker room at the same point where we began. Dead even. Georgia 29 and Kentucky 29. It's at the end of the half, tied it at 29 at intermission. One-hand bounce pass to Maton, left of the lane. Finds Ogbene open in the paint and a two-handed jam.
I don't know how you lose a guy that's 6'8" and 245 pounds, but the Wildcats managed to.
Doubled at the elbow, into the paint, jump hook. Oh, sweet shot from 12 feet. Frazier pulls up at the left elbow. Sweet two-point shot by J.J. Good. 17 for the senior. Frazier with the ball. At the elbow, he shoots, misses it. Rebound coming this way. 1 second to go. Hawkins launches it from half court. Oh, it hit the rim. Wow. We go to overtime. With a Malik Monk jumper. And this time it's Ogbene that will win the tap as Georgia will have the first possession. Puts it on the floor, draws a triple. He finds Ogbene on the block and he puts it up and in, and a foul as well. And Kentucky will come back from 14 down in the first half. They had an 8-point lead in the second half that got away. The Dogs went back in front late in the second half. Cats tied it up inside of 10 seconds, and they win it in overtime by a final of 90-81.
Coming up next on Inside Georgia Basketball.
Keep them legal. Gotta have a hard turn. Yeah, that boy.
This segment of Inside Georgia Basketball is brought to you by AT&T.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Get your minds right. Get your hearts regulated. Go a long way in winning this game on today. Thank you, brother. Oh, we got 2 sheets. Okay. Shot, first side, second side. Get up. Keep your body square, D. Keep your body square, D. Attaboy, D. Attaboy, D. Keep your post-ups legal. Keep your post-ups legal. Keep them legal. Gotta have a hard turn. Yeah, attaboy. Attaboy. Get another one. Get another one. Get him out of here. First thing you do, don't put your head down. Don't put your head, get your eyes to the rim. Eyes to the rim. Attaboy. That's much better. That's one. That's one. We're going to do your favorite move. 2 turns. 2 turns. 2-turn the thing. That's much better, baby. Put it in the phone booth. Attaboy. Don't get tired on me now, baby. Don't get tired on me now. You good, baby. You good. You good. Attaboy, D. Attaboy, D. Post. Attaboy.
Coming up next on Inside
We just
Georgia
gotta
Basketball.
stop making a couple errors and finish a couple plays. Everybody needs to figure out what they need to work on and just get a little bit better so we can get over that hump.
Get your mind right. You got to understand where you are. And look, we've played well on the road this year. As I was saying earlier, we've had an opportunity to steal some games. We just haven't been able to do it on our own. We've played well on the road, and we're going to have to do it again today. And what will be, I think, this will be the toughest atmosphere, including Kentucky.
Here's the toss and the tip. On net, Turtle Jackson. Turned it over on the wing. JJ stole it. Frazier down the middle of the floor. Down the lane. Scoop layup.
Beautiful shot by JJ.
Three by the freshman from the right corner. Edwards open in the paint. Turn around. Bank shot good. He threw up a brick. And it went right down through the cylinder. (38-38). First minute of the second half. 18-footer for J.J. Frazier. Finds payday with a thread-the-needle pass and a two-handed flush.
Beautiful pass.
Goes to the basket, lays it up good. 74-71. Edwards gets a rebound, the putback with 4/10 of the second. 77-75. South Carolina inbounds, and that's the ball game.
We've had 4 one-possession losses here, and that's, you know, I feel for our people, you know, our young people, but we got to find a way to make one more play and one less mistake, and keep competing. You know, they have a good defensive team, and I thought that for the most part we were able to. You know, we knew against South Carolina, because they're so good defensively, that you're going to have to pick and choose your moments, and there might be an ugly possession or two just because they're so good and physical, and there was that. But I thought, you know, over the 40 minutes, we end up with a percentage we usually will win with.
As a competitor, I don't like to lose. So for me, I just got to, as a leader of this team, I got to somehow get it behind me. And they, you know, you got to give them credit. They made great hard drives and made tough finishes. But they've been doing that all year.
We just got to stop making a couple errors and finish a couple plays. Everybody needs to figure out what they need to work on and just get a little bit better so we can get over that hump.
But we don't have no choice but to put it behind us. We got a really good team coming into our place on Tuesday, so we got to be ready and determined to go get a win.